Well, hello there, homies. This is your friend, the one and only superhero homie Q here, and what you are about to hear is a clip, a preview, if you will, from one of our latest Patreon episodes. The homies Oz and Brendan joined me to discuss the classic, the iconic, the legendarily ill-fated 1993 Super Mario Brothers movie. Yes, the OG, the one that you can't hardly find anywhere. We discussed that movie and we have a grand old time doing it. Hope you guys enjoy this. If you like it, you guys can check us out at patreon.com/superhero homies. That way you can get the entire episode. Hopefully you guys like this preview. If so, you know what to do. Go ahead and support your boys. All right, guys, enjoy. Mario, Luigi, and a Donkey Kong too. We're gonna put them in the correct colors, and it's gonna be subtle, and they fucked that up.
So yeah. Oh, wait a minute.
They're switched.
Shit.
We got it completely wrong.
Damn it. Okay. So let's make them forget about it by putting them in some really bright colored tuxedos.
Yeah,
Let's do that. Let's do that.
But
like
then,
Mario needs to wear yellow.
Mario needs to wear yellow, and then
we'll put
Luigi he wears red, right?
He wears red, right? Yeah, we'll put him in red.
What
Yeah.
year did Dumb and Dumber come out?
94 or 5?
Huh.
Right?
Yeah, okay. So that's where they got it from.
No.
No.
I wish this movie was Dumb and Dumber quality. Instead, it just made me dumb and dumber.
Yeah, that's fair.
So even from the beginning of this movie, it starts off very fucking bizarre. I forgot about this little, like this opening they did, this animated opening.
It's the lore of the world that you live in.
Of science and evolution.
These motherfuckers here, they tried to spin a background to explain the world of Super Mario. That shit don't fly.
No, it don't. No, it doesn't. Not at all. So a meteorite strikes the Earth, killing all the dinosaurs, or so we thought. But apparently, it made
like a chunk of the meteorite got
smashed into the ground, and then it separated this world of the dinosaur world into a different dimension.
It would have been hit so hard, you go into a different dimension. That's what happened.
That's some Thanos power right there, sir. Like, boom.
Like, where are you going? Another dimension. You gone?
That's a fucking hard ass hit.
Not next week. Another dimension.
Shit. So it is possible apparently to be knocked into another dimension. This meteorite did just that. But
apparently this other dimension is nothing but desert and one city.
But we did have a reasoning for that.
We had a reasoning?
It's because the planet is all desert, so there's no water. These motherfuckers only got liquor to drink.
Damn right they only have liquor to drink. That's why they all fucked up.
Yeah.
That's why they drive the way they do.
Yes. like their cars literally have like the same attachments as like bumper cars.
And also they resembled Destruction Derby.
Yeah.
So kids, back in the day, there was this thing where they got a bunch of old cars and they kind of souped them up, took all the interior stuff out except for the driver's seat, and built armor around the car, and you're supposed to drive it into each other until you can't operate the vehicle anymore.
It's fun.
It's what we did for entertainment.
It was like BattleBots without the bots. It was a car.
Just put you inside the car.
A live person in the car. Full speed ahead.
Anyway, like all the cars in this movie look like they came straight out of that TV show.
Yeah, they do.
Cross with Mad Max.
A little bit of Mad. If they spent more time in the desert.
If they would have spent a little more time in the desert, it would definitely be Mad Max. Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, this is what this movie kind of reminds me of is Mario cross with Mad Max.
Mario Max. Cut.
Mario Max.
Mad Mario.
Mad Mario.
Mario to the max.
But that does actually remind me of something. We mentioned Street Fighter earlier. Fun fact: when they were making the Street Fighter movie, they actually looked to the Super Mario movie to learn what not to do. And they still fucked up.
I mean,
see, I don't actually know the story of Street Fighter other than the fact that it's
Guile is never the main character, first of all.
No.
That was Ryu.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
there was a lot of.
But they had to.
Raul Julia was always amazing. That was his last movie.
It was his last movie?
He actually died before he even got to see it.
Oh, shit.
He had cancer while filming. He did it for his kids because his kids really like Street Fighter.
Oh,
That's a shame.
Yeah, it
it's a
is.
shame.
Very talented man. But anyway, Bob Hoskins is also very talented, and he's the lead here in this movie. He plays Mario alongside John Leguizamo.
Eddie Valiant. Eddie Valiant, motherfucker.
Eddie alongside John Leguizamo as
Woo, woo.
Luigi.
I love me some John Leguizamo,
Yeah.
except for in this movie.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Honestly, I didn't hate him. I just hated everything about this movie.
He
Now.
did a good job.
So
As much as he could.
I think that the two leads. I mean, it's hard. It's so hard to discern like who did a good job in such a bad movie.
Yeah.
But I think they did pretty good here. Like
With what they were given,
yeah.
I guess.
Bob Hoskins hated this movie.
I bet he did. He was probably hoping for another Who Framed Roger Rabbit, like you mentioned earlier.
Right,
Also.
yeah. And didn't get it at all.
Not even close. Yeah. Unfortunately.
Grab your belt, kid. We're going in.
So intense.
Very intense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need you to bring it down. No.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to bring it down here, son. There's a lot of weird, shallow exposition in this movie to explain things. But long story short, I come to the conclusion that if you want to pick a bitch up in 1990s Brooklyn, all you need is to give her a quarter for a payphone, and she'll love you for life.
Oh, yeah.
That's what happens here.
Things were cheaper back then.
Actually, having a phone call for a quarter. I mean, that is legit. Like,
Having a payphone.
Yeah.
damn.
We gotta explain payphones.
Oh yeah, so kids. So payphones were these things that like stand up phones.
Phone booth.
Like actually, you can't know the.
They don't know what those are either.
You don't. Oh God.
Okay, think about. Have you guys watched Doctor Who? Okay,
Superman.
or Superman is more apt, but Doctor Who is more current.
He hasn't changed in a phone booth in God
And
knows how
decades.
long.
Yeah, dog.
Maybe I'm.
I guess we can go with the Doctor Who reference. It's the big box that the police
TARDIS.
box, the TARDIS. It is in the shape of a police box. That is where a phone that I can't even describe them because cell phones look nothing
know.
like normal phones now.
We have to describe landline phones first.
Yeah, like
Holy shit.
I'm not going to go into that.
Yeah,
we're just
can't-
gonna,
yeah.
we're going to gloss over.
Google it.
Google it.
Old
Yeah.
people shit.
Phone booth, pay phone.
If you guys watch boxing and they ever say, "Oh man, they're in the phone booth now," because there's, you know what?
There's a whole movie called Phone Booth.
There
It
is.
is, yeah.
There is. Colin Farrell. I actually
Colin Farrell.
really enjoyed that
Pretty good movie.
Well, it wasn't bad. Yeah, man, we will talk about anything except for this godforsaken movie.
Derail this shit out.
Yeah, the plot for this shit is all over the place. It got started because I was talking about it, giving a bitch a quarter.
Give it a bitch a quarter. Oh, don't forget about the lovely scene that we get at the very beginning. Not the very beginning. After the lore dump of the meteorite hitting the Earth, then you see a scene with this pretty-ish woman
She's pretty.
carrying an egg.
Yeah, and she
drops
drops
it
it off
off.
at a nunnery.
Yeah, like it's
That-
definitely like
did
a
not
Catholic
remember that
church
part.
nunnery.
Right.
And she drops this like stone in it, and then come to find out this egg hatches into a human
Human baby.
It's,
baby.
It's little Daisy.
little day.
We don't get a lot of exposition as to why.
Nope.
It just happened.
No.
And that baby was probably like 6 months old?
Oh,
I mean,
at least.
like you can't use newborns. in
Why?
actual-
Why not? Why not? Wait for somebody to.
Listen, you childless twerps.
Okay.
The
You ever think that maybe you're too close to the situation to see it logically?
No, I'm not. I'm sympathetic to babies that can't leave their mother for the first 6 months, asshole.
The mother can be right up there offset.
It was a 5-minute scene.
Yeah, 5
It'd
minutes.
be
Like,
fine.
hey, girl,
And it only has to be in a shell for 30 seconds?
just be like, hey, let me hold this baby for about 5 minutes.
Let me hold it. Yeah. Let me football hold this
I
baby
got
real
it.
quick. I got this.
let me
Don't
hold
worry,
this
I played,
baby.
I played in high school.
Yeah, I got it.
Go long.
Anywho, yeah, but
We really are derailing the fuck out of this.
Derailing the fuck out of this. But I really wanted to talk about like the quote unquote relationship between Daisy and Luigi because there is no
I was just
relationship.
gonna say relationship.
Yeah.
Air quotes.
I mean, obviously, there's infatuation at first from John Leguizamo.
There's an
Luigi.
attraction.
There's attraction. Yeah, like he seems to be awestruck by this this lady, and you know what? Whatever. You know, sure. Build off that.
Yeah.
They go on a date.
Yeah, they
later
do.
in the movie.
I mean, but even the date, I'm like, how did this happen? Like, this shit was way too fucking convenient.
Yeah.
I mean, because like he's at a payphone, she needs a payphone. He steps aside with this fucking dumbstruck look on his face.
Destiny, sir.
It is not fucking destiny.
It's like they can feel it. It's the
strong-
the chemistry. I'm just feeding.
I know you are, and you shouldn't do that.
It makes for good podcast.
It makes me angry.
Which makes for a good podcast.
Exactly. See, I'm the middleman here. Like I used to like it, now I don't. You've always hated it. You've always liked it. So I'm that middleman. I'm that one that pokes and prods here and there.
You're the fucking violator. It's what you are from Spawn.
I'm not the vindicator.
Or the vibrator.
I am the violator.
I still need to watch that movie.
Have you never seen it?
I've seen it
Okay.
when I was a
Forever
kid.
ago.
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have Marilyn Manson here anymore, so you have to do without it.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah.
Get a mosh pit going in here.
Yeah, no. These goddamn statues start coming to life and shit, and I don't need that happening. But yeah, they go on a date because Luigi gives Daisy a quarter, and then she hops into a weird van with these two strangers, and they
In
give
New
her
York
a
City.
ride. Yeah, in
Yeah.
New York City. Yeah, because that's the safe thing to do, Daisy. And then they proceed to go on a date, and then long story short, so they go down into like the sewer area, right?
Sewer.
Yeah. And there's like the busted pipes and all that, and Mario gets really intense about his pipes.
It's his passion, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is the one thing I didn't overly hate about this movie is that Mario actually seemed to have knowledge of the pipes.
That makes sense.
It makes sense. He's a fucking plumber. He's like, I've been listening to pipes all my life. That's the echo.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
Yeah.
So we get our first glimpse, or not our first glimpse, one of our many glimpses of the two goons.
The
There
two
is
goons.
there is so much of what they do, right? And then we get the twist at the end of the movie that they're actually working with the king in Daisy's favor. Nothing that they do in this movie supports that.
Yeah,
that
nothing
was-
at all. Nothing whatsoever.
I just now remember that was a twist.
What a twist.
What a twist! Yeah, what are the names like Igor and
I'm looking it up now.
I figured that's what you were doing.
it was something dumb. Yeah, I had it too a little while ago. But
Igor.
I just made that shit.
I
They look
think one of them's name was Spike.
One of them looks like, what's his name?
He said one of them.
Rob Schneider.
Yeah. He said one was like.
Like
He does.
I'm sorry. Like, my phone is being stupid.
But yeah, I and then they go over into the fucking weird phase wall, right? Where like it's a portal into another dimension.
Another dimension.
Dimension.
I'm sorry. Like I'm looking up the cast and everything, and Dennis Hopper is actually billed as being Bowser.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Someone fucked up
He
on
doesn't-
never called him.
No.
They've never once mentioned Bowser in this
Someone
entire
fucked up on
fucking movie.
IMDb.
Yeah.
That's someone's having some wishful thinking there.
Yeah, this guy was never referred to as
No one
So
ever
it's
once called him
Spike
Bowser.
and Iggy.
Spike.
Oh,
and
those are
Iggy.
the Koopa kids.
Are they?
Those are Koopa kids.
I mean, clearly you know more about this shit than we do.
I just realized that. I didn't,
Oh,
I
like from
didn't
like
hear
the actual Mario lore?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Mario-
okay.
Yeah,
I
those
remember
are
hearing
two-
Spike once, I think, but I don't ever remember hearing Iggy. Was that necessary?
Yes.
Sure. That's what he thinks about this conversation.
Anyway,
Yeah, Spike and Iggy, Bulk and Skull, whatever you want to call them.
Yep.
But they never.
But Fisher Stevens is the guy that I recognized from being in the movie Hackers. And I actually loved him in that movie. But every time I saw him in that movie, all I could think of is his role as Iggy in this movie. And it just ruined it for me.
I've never seen Hackers. I feel like it's like a shitty version of Swordfish.
Maybe 90s teen equivalent.
So a shitty version of Swordfish. You had something to say there, Brendan? You look like you had a mouthful there.
I mean, yeah, bro. You gonna say something? You gonna say something?
I was
Feeling
gonna
froggy?
say I have nothing to say because I have not seen either one of those movies.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Feeling froggy? Then leave.
Stop it.
I'm feeling toady.
Stop it. All right. Order in the. I need a gavel button.
You do need a
Yes.
gavel button. Whew.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a gavel button.
This is rough.
Ah, shit. But anywho, yeah. So as the plot goes on here, the plot.
Okay.
As the plot goes on here, they jump into the weird portal thingy.
No. They jump into a rock that happens to kind of like it looks like one of those things you back in the 90s that you put on your face.
Luigi actually put it on his face.
He
earlier.
did. So maybe that's where they got the idea.
Probably. Most likely.
It doesn't make any sense. How long has that been there?
Well, they make the comment that it wasn't until someone blasted it open,
Yeah, the mayor or whatever.
or whoever that guy was.
Yeah, Salazar or whatever, Scallion, whatever his name is.
Scapelli.
Scapelli, yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna get there.
Tony Soprano.
Yeah, that's right.
Vic
yeah.
Mackey.
Yeah, Vic Mackey. Yeah, they. I need to watch The Shield, but they go through the portal and then they wind up in 1990s Goth World. I mean, Mushroom Kingdom.
It really looked like the from the original Ninja Turtles movie, the hideout that all the kids that were working with the Foot Clan. It kind
Yes,
of looked like
yeah.
that, but in a street, like a street
It's
setting.
just a city made of that.
You know what else reminded me of? Double Dragon. Have you guys seen the Double Dragon movie?
God, it has been forever.
Wow. I think I might have seen it once.
I had that on.
was a kid.
I had that on VHS.
Oh, wow.
Another Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. Isn't that another Jean-Claude Van
I
Damme?
wish he was in. He was not though.
Oh,
Was it
okay.
like Van Damme
I'm
was
thinking
in
of
that movie?
Double Team.
Yeah. There's
Yep, I don't remember Double
That sounds
Dragon.
like a porn.
Wait a minute. Double Dragon was a video game too, wasn't it?
It was,
Yeah, I remember the video game.
and somehow Double Dragon was closer to a source material than this goddamn movie is.
What are you talking about? They did it beat for beat from the game.
Oh, geez, so you played a different game than I did. Did they make a
that's-
game based off this movie?
I mean, that's when
I
I was
wouldn't
in
be surprised if
Yeah.
they like. I mean, honestly, back in the '90s, they made a Home Alone game.
They did. That's kind of dark the more you think about it. Mm-hmm. They made a Jason game way back in the day, actually.
Yeah.
mean,
Friday the 13th.
They made any movie that came out during that time had a game.
They had a game, yeah.
They had a game.
And the funny thing is, just like today, most of the game developers didn't know what the game was or the movie was going to be about when they were making the game.
I mean, there's a Home Improvement game.
Oh, there was.
Yes.
I remember this.
You play as
I never
Tim
played it, but I remember seeing it on a shelf in a video store.
You play
once.
as Tim Allen. You hop around, avoiding like power tools and shit. That's
you
gonna
serious?
Kill. Yes.
All right, then, guys. Thanks for coming in for this episode. This has been great.
We haven't talked about Mario in a minute.
Yeah, they wound up in 1990s Goth World.
Yes.
That's where we were. And right off the bat, shit is weird. I mean, people are dressed funny. Here's the thing, though. Most people look human. If we just be honest. Mm-hmm. Most people look...
You get the occasional person who's got scales and maybe even a horn or two, maybe a funky nose.
You gotta save
weird
on the
eyes.
budget. The budget went to the fungus area.
Oh, that's where the budget went, huh?
Oh,
To
yeah.
the goddamn burger fungus.
Some booger fungus.
Exactly. There was so much of it.
Uncle Fungus?
Had to go.
Anyway,
What you guys think of Dennis Hopper here as King Koopa? Or just Cooper.
I am very much a Dennis Hopper fan. Loved him in Speed. But like this right here,
His hair freaks me out so much.
like he had sections of faux hawks, and I'm supposed to take this person seriously. I will say he plays being a creep very well. If you took
He's a
King
good villain.
Koopa away and just gave
Isn't
us
that
the
a problem?
I'm just saying the character he was portraying was decent. It just wasn't Bowser, King Koopa, whatever.
Not at all. Yeah.
Until the end, he was kind of a...
No, not even then. It was just
No,
a random dinosaur.
That was like if a kid made a dinosaur out of clay. That's what it was, and then it turned into the ooze from the Ninja Turtles.
Basically. Yeah. I thought that Koopa here was
Did they even call him King Koopa?
no, they never called him King.
It was just...
If anything, because he was running for Congress, he'd be like Mayor Koopa.
I actually think they did say King Koopa at least once.
Did they?
I think so.
They called it a
might
kingdom at one point.
Yeah, I think one time.
One time.
Yeah. And also, I'm like, for this to be like the Mushroom Kingdom, there's a lot of gritty, concrete.
I mean...
I don't know why I didn't put this shit together. Maybe that's the reason why the former king got turned into mushroom, like fungus, because it's called the Mushroom Kingdom. Maybe that's why they called it that. Maybe they heard, oh, this is what this city is called. Let's put fungus in it.
Oh, you know the writers and everyone involved were highly high. On
I don't know if they were high.
Yeah,
I just think they were like, here, make this.
Yeah, they were uninformed. You know, going back to like what we were talking about with Street Fighter earlier, because Street Fighter came out, I think, in '95, so just like 2 years after this. But when they were making Street Fighter, the differences that they did was with Street Fighter, the people who created the game were heavily involved with the production of the movie.
really,
Yeah. And it still turned out terrible.
there was still a lot.
It was, still.
It's still good. I still like good '90s schlock.
Yeah, well, yeah.
It's classic '90s.
A little bit. It's still just a bunch of people cosplaying as Street Fighter characters.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Like, and again, I remember liking the movie as a kid, but I did try to watch it not too long ago. It's not that great, but you're still watching it with me, and we're gonna review this
It has to be on a Tuesday.
Has to be on a Tuesday.
on a Tuesday.
'Cause it was a Tuesday for him.
Oh, it's true. For you, it was the destruction of your entire village. For me,
It's the most important day of your life.
Yes.
But for me, it was Tuesday.
probably the best line of that movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, with this Mario movie though, they didn't have none of that. Like the creators of the game signed over. They had very little involvement with the creation of this movie.
Yeah. Oh no, Miyamoto had nothing to do with this movie.
I wonder what he thought when he saw it.
Oh my god, that's why there was nothing after this movie. Like there was never a Mario movie after this because he saw this and like he's like he put the kibosh on that like real quick.
The Japanese really are great people because they trusted us then, and then we made Dragon Ball Evolution. They trusted us again,
Godzilla.
and we let them down. Yeah, they gave us Godzilla in 2000, and we let them down again. We have let them down.
My head is about to explode with all of these horrible renditions of Japanese things. Oh, I'm so sorry, Japan.
Yeah. For multiple reasons, we owe you guys an apology.
Yes.
But right now, we're just apologizing for the movies.
Oh no! Oh!
Welcome to Patreon.
Welcome to Patreon.
Holy shit. Okay.
So I love how this podcast has not really been about Mario.
We were talking about the movie. It's just that the movie isn't about Mario.
Yeah. That's a great point.
You just admitted it.
But that's a phenomenal point.
As inaccurate as it is, I still enjoy the shit out of it because of how random and dumb it is.
You enjoyed this movie despite its flaws.
Yes.
But you still acknowledge that this movie is heavily flawed.
Oh God, yes. That's why I love it so much.
Jesus.
You're one of them.
He's one of them. God, you're one of them. I bet you like She-Hulk too, didn't you? God damn.
It was okay.
Anywho. Yeah, what else of importance happened? Because really with this movie, it's just a lot of shit that happens and then we stumble to the end. Like they're looking for the MacGuffin the entire movie.
So like they show up, they Luigi and Daisy kind of yell each other's names back and forth a handful of times. Then the Mario Brothers get arrested.
Yes.
And taken to jail, and they explain the reason why they're called the Mario Brothers is because there's 3 Marios between the 2 of them. It is Mario, and Luigi Mario.
We do not.
I'm gonna keep saying nope. Nope. That's not gonna be the last time. I'm probably gonna say that before the end of the podcast again.
There should be a button for it.
There should be.
No.
Yeah, I'll make sure we put one on there for you next time. Gotcha, buddy.
Of the actual sound clip from the movie.
And then they go through the chase scene as they escape in the most spectacular fashion ever.
It's kind of like a Rube Goldberg music and a contraption that they use, and I'm like, what is going on here?
It's a 2-person zip line that apparently Luigi has like casual, powerful strength to like let go with one hand.
Yeah, just casually hold on with the other hand. Yeah,
then they get into one of the cop cars, have a ridiculous, unnecessary chase scene, and then they end up in the desert where they get tracked down by Spike and Iggy, and which Spike and Iggy end up getting captured because of their own stupidity, even though they just got smartified.
Yeah, they do. I was gonna say
evolved.
Isn't this after they?
But they do this. They do stupid shit still.
Yeah, they still do stupid shit.
I mean, smart. Sometimes smart people do stupid shit.
Well, that's true. Brennan, do you ever do smart things sometimes?
Oh, shots fired.
That's my cue.
Oh, damn it. Oh, it sounds like not to be low man on the totem pole.
I like, honestly, I feel great right now.
I bet it does. I bet it does, sir. Bunch of jerks.
Bunch of jerks.
How many chase sequences end with like the protagonist being caught? Any of them?
Like in this movie?
No.
Oh,
Just in general.
That's a good question.
Yeah. You know, that's a good question.
No.
Because Hollywood fucking sucks. Yeah. Suffice to say, majority of the times.
most horror movies.
Yes.
Like, there's always the chick who doesn't get away and he kills her.
The final girl.
Yeah.
The final girl's the one who does get away.
Oh, okay.
That's true, yeah. The Jamie Lee Curtises of the world get
Yeah.
away.
Mm-hmm.
And then they die the next movie.
Or the Sidney Prescotts or whatever.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Sidney Prescott's the out. But, yeah, you know, horror movies have an exception. But action movies, it's always the same.
Yeah. I mean,
and depending on the action movie, you may or may not see an explosion.
Oh, absolutely.
Or
a car on top of a car.
Car on top of a car. Like
still
in this
driving.
movie.
Yep.
Yeah, in this movie. Yeah. Car on top of a car.
And also, another trope I hate with these fucking chase sequences. How do you drive this thing? I don't know. We have to figure it out. And then they're just experts.
Howard the Duck comes to mind.
Howard the Duck comes to mind.
When they get on the goddamn
Yes, what was that?
paraplane.
Paraplane, that's what it was.
Quantumania.
Oh, definitely Quantumania. Don't get me started on
Where
that
he has
goddamn
to
movie.
stick his arms in the alien
I still haven't seen it,
condoms.
but fuck it.
But yeah, it's dumb. Yeah, it's stupid. Don't.
Douglas, what's his first name?
Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas.
Yeah.
Sticks his arms in these like weird alien goo condom things that control the ship that they're.
You get the idea that it's supposed to be funny, but it's not.
Independence Day. Will Smith didn't know how to fly that fucking spaceship.
He sure as fuck didn't.
Until he did.
Until he did. The man needed to save the world, and the plot needed him to learn how to fly that thing.
He also
Damn
punched
right.
out an alien.
He did punch out the alien. I don't know the anatomy behind that. It probably shouldn't have worked.
Probably shouldn't have, but it was cool.
That was a big ass alien.
It was very American too.
It was.
Cool.
Welcome to Earth.
That's what I call close encounter.
God damn it. Mario, guys, focus. We are here to talk about the Super Mario Brothers movie from 1990 goddamn 3.
Why do that when we talk about Dennis Quaid?
God damn it, man. Shit. What you guys think of the fucking Koopa Troopers, the Goombas?
Oh my god, they were the most ridiculous and disturbing creatures. Like, throughout this movie, like, there were a lot of them.
There were.
And-
I remember.
And, like,
I love them so much.
I mean, just because they're your brethren doesn't mean
You almost made me do a
Son of a
spit take. God damn.
Maybe there's something there.
I did make that joke when Toad got turned into a Goomba. I was like, oh look, it's Brendan. I'm like,
Brendan, let me see your biggest cheese smile.
No.
Let me see you just rock back and forth.
that
is one thing. That's my favorite shit. Unnecessary, but
It was so unnecessary.
it's necessary
Like-
at the same time.
Only for them to bring it back at the end.
Yeah.
The scene we're talking about is as Mario and Luigi somehow made their way into Koopa's skyscraper, not his castle, and they are sneaking around. They finally have gotten in their suits, by the way.
Yeah,
Like,
don't question where they came from.
no, we have no clue. They did open a locker, and there just
Okay.
happened to be a red suit that fit Mario perfectly, and a green suit that fit Luigi perfectly, and
And
you
the
know-
boots. And the boots.
Oh yeah, you can't forget. Well, we'll talk about the stompers in a minute.
Okay.
But like Mario and Luigi are all up in this elevator, and they're like they just had their superhero suit up moment, and the doors open and some Goombas walk in, and then like after a few moments, like so many Goombas are in this fucking elevator.
How
Like
do they not break weight code? Like, you know, the weight.
I'm sure that Koopa,
Those things are like 7.5 feet tall.
motherfucker,
and, like,
this is a different dimension.
Yeah.
like if you're asking for logic, in a different.
Yeah, if this is where you draw the line.
Yes.
This is where you
Yes.
draw the line. Weight code in the elevator.
Yes.
Anyway, at some point, Luigi hears the elevator music, which is the fucking Waterworld in Mario's theme song.
Yes.
I never caught that.
It's a nice touch.
Like I caught it right at the end. I was like, motherfucker. But Luigi starts making one of them dance
Just swing back and forth.
to the music. And then end up having the whole elevator eventually by the end of this dancing.
And then they end up dancing together of their own accord.
Yeah, like as they sneak out of the roof of all things,
Yeah.
which still doesn't make any
Start
sense to me.
dancing together.
Well, that was a fun time, wasn't it, homies? Hopefully you guys enjoyed that little Patreon snippet half as much as we enjoyed recording it. The movie may have not been that great, but it was a fun time to go back and look at what was. But if you guys enjoyed that, and if you want to hear that entire episode and more content like that, you know what to do. Go to patreon.com/superherohomies to get access to all of the cool ass Patreon content that is there. There's a lot of cool stuff there, guys. And again, it really does help me out here to keep this thing going. And yeah, it's just a lot of really fun stuff there. So that's all for now. But until then, I am Superhero Homie Q, and I will see you guys next time.